Привет, друзья! Как дела? My name is Fedor, and in Russian, if we want to describe something, we use adjectives. Красивая девушка, beautiful lady. Красивая is an adjective that describes a person. Низкий потолок, short or low ceiling. Низкий again is an adjective. And these adjectives are used to describe things. But what if I told you that in Russian we also have not just this long adjective, but also short adjectives? Let's talk about those today, how to use them, how to form them, when to use them, and how to not make a mistake with them ever again in your Russian. Let's start with the forms first. Luckily, the forms are simple. So here's the table. On the right side, you see masculine, feminine, neuter, and plural. That's our genders. And the long adjectives. Красивый, красивая, красивые, and красивые for each gender. For short adjectives, we remove some of the endings of long adjectives. In other words, we shorten them, right? So for masculine, it's going to be красив. Feminine, красива, only one letter. Neuter, красиво, with the O at the end. And plural, красивый. So as you can see, masculine, 2 letters got removed. For all the rest, just 1. And that is it. That's all we have to do for us to form our short adjectives. And luckily for us, short adjectives won't have cases like long adjectives do. Long adjectives, not only do we have masculine, feminine, neuter, and plural, also we have 6 cases for each of those words. So one word can have 24 different forms depending on the gender and on the case. But for short adjectives, and for our topic for today, only these 4 forms are possible. No cases needed. But there is one difficulty with forming masculine form. This adjective, красивый, forms it effortlessly, just simply remove the last 2 letters. But for some, it won't be as easy. For example, with this adjective, низкий. Низкий, низкая, низкое, and низкие for different genders. For feminine, neuter, and plural, it will follow the same exact pattern to simply take away 1 letter from this column. But for masculine, if we follow the rules, it will be низк, right? And you might say, okay, well, that's fine with me. Let's just use низк for a short adjective. In Russian, we have this rule. If it ends on 2 consonants, a consonant cluster, we have to break it apart with a vowel. If it ends on a k, so the second letter of the cluster is k, we use a vowel o, низок. Okay, we insert this o to break apart the consonants. Okay, so if it ends on a k, use o. If it ends on an n, use a letter e. Like in the word должный, long adjective, должен. As you can see, we use this ye here to break up the consonant clusters. And this word должен means have to or obligated. Okay? If a word ends on 2 consonants at the end, break it apart with a vowel, depending on the consonant that's at the very end. I hope it's not too confusing for you for right now. It's just simply like a rule that we have to keep in mind, and you'll be able to form short adjectives without any issues whatsoever from now on. But the question is, when are we supposed to use short adjectives? What's the rules for usage of those short adjectives? And the answer is very simple. When the short adjective or the description of something or somebody is the main point of the sentence. Okay? For example, она была очень красива. She was very beautiful. So красива is a short adjective here, and her being beautiful is the main point of this sentence. This whole sentence was made to specify that she was beautiful. There's no other purpose of this sentence. Compare this to if we use красива in a long adjective. Красивая женщина вошла в магазин. A beautiful lady came in the store. Now, красивая here is a long adjective. Why can we not use a short one here? Because her being beautiful is not the main point of the sentence. The main point that she came in the store. The main meaning carrier would be вошла в магазин, came in the store, right? Not that she was beautiful. Her being beautiful is just a detail to the sentence. It's not the main meaning of the sentence. Now, there is a second usage of short adjectives, but I think it's very minor and it kind of coincides with the first one. The second usage of short adjectives is to describe a temporary description. For example, обещаю, он будет вежлив. I promise you, he will be polite. Вежлив here is a short adjective. Maybe we are talking about a person who is not polite typically. He is rude as a person, right? But I promise you, on that night, when we go out, he'll be polite. So it's a temporary description of that person. Another example is what we have already said. Она была очень красива. She was very beautiful. Describing a person, maybe it's a lady that also came in and you saw her. She was very beautiful. Right then and there, in that specific moment, temporarily, she was beautiful. Maybe it's her outfit, her makeup, her overall look was beautiful. Women that we're talking about her as a person, her facial features, something more permanent. But rather, right then and there, she was stunning. She was beautiful. This usage is mostly used with people when we want to separate between their intrinsic qualities as a person versus right now. Right now, he comes off rude or polite. Right now, she is beautiful, etc. But even then, their description will again be the main point of the action or the main point of the sentence. That's why those two meanings kind of coincide. The second one is most likely going to be used with people to describe them temporarily. That is all. If you want to practice adjectives and short adjectives and other grammar topics and overall speak Russian better, join a BeFluent class right here with this button. We have a lot of courses, exercises, Russian content, movies, shows for you to learn, watch, and learn from. Or keep on watching our YouTube videos with this next one, which will also be just as useful.